Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing this March the 17th, 2025. Daily cryptocurrency, gold and silver bullion, and XRP and blockchain technology video. And as we know, today is Commodity Mondays, and we like to look at the commodities here on Commodity Mondays. And we talked about this earlier on the daily update or on the noon update, which is something and another reason you need to become members of the channel as we help promote and we help change the narrative in the cryptocurrency market with all the fleecing and scams and shysting that goes on. We are built on truth and information and education, most importantly, and that's what we're trying to bring back into the field is truth, first mover advantage, and education and trust that needs to be brought into the cryptocurrency sphere. And this is a beautiful gold chart that we had. And just to recap what we talked about earlier on Commodity Mondays daily update is when we started making this channel, we told you we were in this decade and a half long cup and handle where there's your cup, there's your handle, and then the point of the breakout, right? And this is one of the most, if not the most bullish macro time frame patterns you can get. As you can see, you started off with the first hit on the neckline on the cup after the bull run of 2011. Then you have this rounding bottom, which forms the cup. Then you had the COVID pump it through August of 2020, form the neckline. You have your handle and then the breakout from the bottom to the neckline to the point of the breakout. And that's how we came up with our target of $3,538. And old Vincenzo with the first mover advantage. And that's the power and why our road to 10,000 followers starts with you, Jay. Uh, is we made that call when the price was right there just after the capitulation, the COVID capitulation that happened right here in March of 2020. We made that call when we were at about $1,650. And that's very important to understand, as everyone thought it was a crazy target. Nobody thought gold bullion was going to go up to $3,000, let alone $3,500. And we showed that pattern. Uh, we were talking about that from that point on when we first made this channel to give you that information and education. And that's the first mover advantage that you get. And to know we were very bullish on gold, that's the power of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. And that's why you all need to become a part of this by hitting that bell notification and subscribing, sharing it to spread the word, to build back truth and education and information and trust back into the market. Silver, if we look at silver real quick, we have this beautiful chart that we've done with silver, and you can see over the course since the late 70s what's been happening. We've been constantly having higher lows uh, in an area of major resistance at $49.50. And we think there's going to be a blow off top here in silver where we're going to hit $50 an ounce, and then we're going to get over $100 an ounce in this bull run. As you can see, we have a massive not head and shoulders, a massive cup and handle, just like gold did, but this one's over a longer period. There's the handle, or there's the cup right there. Here's your handle, and now we're in the breakout phase, right? Of the handle of this massive cup and handle. This is a beautiful chart that we made a couple of years ago for you. And that's what I believe we're in right now. We're coming into the breakout phase. We broke out of the handle that was right here after 2011. You can see that was the handle. And then what the COVID pump did is it got us all the way back up and started the breakout of the handle. And as soon as we break out north of the neckline at $48 and change, we're going to have a similar move that gold bullion had, where we're going to have a massive, massive run between I think 75 and $100, and I think our target's going to be about $120. But I think in the short to medium term, our next major move is going up to $50 and then breaching its all-time high. And from the current price, that's still another 45% move in the price of silver. I'm very, very bullish on the price of silver. If you want to stay out ahead of all this, to get that first mover advantage, to get that education and information and truth. It's as simple as becoming a member of the growing movement and the growing philosophy change that we're making. and become members of Jabroni Killers. It's very easy to become a member of the Jabroni Killers. You can hit subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an update. Then you just hit that join button there and become a member of the $3.99 a month best value member of Jabroni Killers, first mover advantage, or you can hit at Jabroni Killers in all the video description and or the pinned comments. And then right below that is my Robinhood and Coinbase link if you want to trade on the sites that old Vincenzo trades on. And then watch the video from earlier. We went over B2 Gold, Kinross Gold, First Majestic, Fortuna Silver, right? We went over all of those. We went over all of those stocks, and those are all ones that I'm heavily invested in, have been accumulating since 2019, and I'm very, very bullish on a lot of those. And another first mover advantage you get here, as you've known, we're in this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, and the price of XRP. And we gave you this again with the first mover advantage with truth. Just off of the 340 high, we diagnosed, sniffed out JE, and detected the Rex eyebrow. That we were in this head and shoulders topping out pattern. The rest of the market and the social media and the mainstream started catching on right here that we were in this head and shoulders after the right shoulder formed. We kept you out ahead of this the whole time. We let you know that this was just a manipulated pump 2 Sundays ago with the 36 to 40% move in 2 hours. Then we let you know last week when we were sitting back on the neckline again last Thursday and Friday that there was likely a pump to come and the price would come up to about the 100-day moving average to potentially as high as the 256 horizontal red resistance level up there. And over the weekend, we traded in between the 100-day and the 50-day. And now we're starting to trade back down. And we're going to see if we can't hold that 100-day and maybe make a run up to the 255 to 260, or we're going to give this back and go right back down to the neckline. And then this time we would most likely touch the 200-day moving average at $1.89. And then we could have a little bit of a return rally, but eventually this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern is going to break down. We're going to come down to that technical target at $1.29 out of that breakdown. And then I believe that the news with the SEC trying to finalize uh, the whole case and resolve it completely, as there's still the $126 million penalty that they're negotiating, that they're trying to change. I believe that that news is going to finally come out officially ending the LCC 3.5, 4 year uh, debacle and shenanigans right about the time you're having the technical breakdown of this head and shoulders. And that would correlate already with a technical move back to the upside. And you're going to get turbocharged by the news coming out at the exact same time that you're having the technical target hit on a head and shoulders breakdown. And I believe there's going to be one ferocious rally the middle part of this year when that technical target gets hit on this technical breakdown of the head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. And then they're going to break the news at about the same time. And you're going to get a ferocious pump from anywhere right around the $1.29 technical target. And you're going to have a ferocious rally all the way back up to 250%, maybe even breaching to $3.41 level, but at least coming back up in to a massive double top here where you're going to have a 2 to potentially 3x move depending on exactly how far the wick breaks down to. And I believe that's going to team up to have a massive move, a massive pump to correlate the news in a manipulated fashion when they know there's a textbook technical move turnaround going to happen after breakdown from a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. And I think there's going to be massive gains to be made after you have a technical breakdown. Does that mean this has to happen? No. Could this just go straight to the moon from here? Yes. But I believe that you're going to have this technical breakdown because we've been on top of it for several months now with this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. And my speculation is you're going to have a massive, massive um, return rally after you have this breakdown in XRP. And you're going to come from anywhere around that $1.29, $1.26, maybe a wick down to $1. And then you're going to shoot straight back up. And the euphoric rally is going to be on, culminating with the the end officially of the SEC shenanigans after they reach a deal with exactly the fine's going to be, because that's what the appeal is about right now. But I believe very, very strongly that that's what's going to happen in XRP. And I'm very excited for that because there's going to be a lot of money made there. The same thing with XLM. Members of Jabroni Killers and members of the station have not been surprised after the grayscale filing news culminated that last rally in the bull market in early December with 100+% 24-hour pump. We became short to medium term bearish. We identified this 43 cents as the major area where when you're below it, you're very, very bearish. If you're confirmed above it, you're short to medium term very bullish. And you can see ever since then, the price is just orderly fashion slither its way down. We've had the bearish cross. We're going to have a golden bearish cross here where the 50 is going to get below the 200 day and the daily time frame as the 200 day is slowly ever so slightly slivering its way down. We're getting rejected at the 200-day moving average right now on this little return rally that we've been watching the last couple of days. But our next major move, I believe, is coming down to that 18-cent level, followed by a pretty nice rally from 18 cents, potentially back up as high as the 30 to 33-cent level. And then I believe we're ultimately coming down to the 14-cent level. And that might be a phenomenal buying opportunity, right? When you hit 18 cents, and then if you hit 14 cents after that, those are great accumulation ranges. If you've never bought any of this and you thought you missed out up here after you had the 8x rally in mid to late, early to mid November through the beginning of December, if you thought you missed out there, would never have that buying opportunity again, I believe you're going to have an 18-cent buying opportunity followed by a 14-cent buying opportunity, right? And that's why we always say there's always better buying opportunities out there when you have massive, massive 1 or 2 day pumps. AMP still in the down and sideways consolidation. I think there's going to be a short-term pump here that's going to be quite remarkable, where you could have a 50 or 75% pump in a matter of a day or two. But I don't believe it's going to hold those gains. But I do believe there's going to be a short-term relief rally because we're severely oversold in the AMP, the Hbar. We're in this mountain double top or topping out reversal pattern there in purple that we identified back there. The targeted move was right there down to the 15-cent level, and that's where I believe this is going next. And then I think there could be a substantial little rally that comes back as we're having a bearish cross here currently right now. By the time I show you this chart tomorrow, overnight tonight, this bearish cross is going to happen as we're exactly right on each other at 22 cents. I believe we're going to come down and touch that 15 cents. Then we're going to have a little bit of a rally, potentially as high as the 22, 23-cent level. But ultimately, I think we're going to have to come down to 0.09042. XDC is the same thing. We're in this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. Our technical target is this 0.042 cents, or the top part of this orange trading zone. And then as we have it drawn out there, I think there would be a nice relief rally back. We're having a bearish cross here too. You can see we're about a day and a half to 2 days away from having the bearish cross. But I believe that that is going to happen. Then there will be a golden bearish cross, and it's going to drive the price down on this first head and shoulders down to the 0.042 cents. Then I think we could have a pretty substantial relief rally back up 20, 30, 40% because we've been beaten down so much and we've hit not just one, but two technical targets as we were in this rising channel right here, along with a hidden head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern and a rising wedge. The technical target is the bottom of the wedge, which just so happens to be at the same area as that head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern at 0.04 cents. So I'm very confident that that's coming there. If we look at Algo, I thought there could be a little bit of a bounce here as we've had the golden bearish cross now, where the 50 is well below the 200 in the daily. You can see the 200 is sitting there at 0.26, the 50 is at 0.25, and the 100 is at 0.27. I thought we could have a little bit of a rally here sitting on that 18 cents, and we still could have that as we could just be coming down for a local double bottom if we look at the hour time frame where we hit this local support level back here on March the 10th. And now we're coming back down maybe to retest the double bottom at 17 cents. And then that would pump us up like we have drawn in blue up to that 23 cents. And in a day or two or three, the 50-day moving average would be sitting right there after the golden bears cross. And then I believe that's what will drive you down to 10 cents. But ultimately, I think we're coming down to that 10 cents underneath support. But I did think there would be a little bounce here off a technical level. So we'll continue to watch that. We'll continue to dive in deeper tomorrow on a lot of these other coins. Become members of Jabroni Killers. Give me some comments on what you want me to talk about tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. Jay the Rock's Eyebrow.